Who needs John Duran? We got Danny Ings. Oh, Fulham 1, West Ham United 1. Not the greatest performance in the world. It definitely wasn't. Were we lucky to come away from that game with a point? Yes, I do believe so. Yeah, I mean, it was the starting lineup that let us down. I think if we started with the lineup that we started with in the second half, it may have been a much different game, possibly. But why Lopetegui decided to start Antonio and start Souček, especially, I don't know. Look, you got Souček, Alvarez, Rodriguez, pretty much all defensive midfielders. Even though Souček isn't really, he is more of a box-to-box midfielder. It was a very defensive lineup, but it just didn't work. There was just nothing in that first half. We had no creativity. We couldn't seem to get the ball past the halfway line, and when we did, we really lacked any ability to create any chances. So very frustrating first half, and then of course, they got their goal, and that actually came because Souček gave the ball away. We were trying to play off from the back, and it went up the field, got to Souček, he gave it away, and then they caught us on the counter. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka was actually caught upfield, and that wasn't the first time. We got caught upfield a few times in that game, and that's why Emil Smith-Rowe had so much space and down that left hand side to be able to put the ball into Jimenez. So yeah, the first half just wasn't good enough, really. It just wasn't. And at half time, I remember saying to a few people around the stadium, look, we need Somerville on, we need Paquetá on, get Antonio off, get Souček off. But I'll be surprised if he does it, because we need a goal. We need a goal, and Souček is a man that usually does that. So when those were the actual changes that was made, I was really surprised. And then I remembered that we haven't got Moyes anymore. We got Lopetegui, and Lopetegui will do things like that, and that is a positive. Right, Moyes at half time wouldn't have made any changes. He would have kept the same team at 1-0 to see if they would have produced something different in the second half. Lopetegui, though, saw it wasn't working, made the changes, and they were positive changes. Somerville came on, Paquetá came on. Somerville looked really lively for me, and he has done enough to be in that starting lineup against Chelsea, and I would love to see him there. He won't be, but I really would love to see him be there, because yeah, he looked really, really bright. Bowen down the right, put in a proper captain's performance, just did not ever give up, and it was that never give up attitude that led to our equaliser in the 95th minute, our latest ever goal that has saved us a point in the Premier League, apparently. But yeah, quick throw by Sofel. Bowen catches it just before it goes over the line, gets it to Danny Ings, who had a nice touch, nice movement, and keeper probably should have done a little bit better, but he didn't, and we got the goal, and we got the equaliser. So it ended up being a positive result. But still, the performance just wasn't good enough, because while we did start brighter in that second half, it didn't last too long. Probably lasted about 15-20 minutes. Then Fulham started to get more in the game, and for the last 20 minutes or so, it actually felt like it was Fulham who were the ones who needed the goal more than us. We were just really struggling to create anything, and it's just so frustrating to see that again. Now, I'm not jumping on a bandwagon of Lopetegui out or anything like that. I'm not, because I still think that he needs time to adapt and to work with this team, and for all the new players that we have got to be able to gel and work together. But if they're not playing together, I don't know how they are able to do that. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Why are we insisting on keeping Mavropanos back there? Why are we not starting this very highly rated centre-back, French centre-back, in Todibo? Why are we not playing him? That is a question that needs to be asked. Why are we not starting Somerville? Obviously, Fuller didn't start because he was injured. He wasn't even on the bench, so I wasn't surprised that Antonio started, but still, Bowen probably would have been a better option there. Kudus on the left again. Why are we persisting with that? Why? He's wasted on that left-hand side. Even though he did put in a better performance on the left-hand side than he did on the right-hand side, still, he is wasted, right? I want to see him playing through that middle. That is where he does the most damage, playing through that middle or playing on that right hand side. So I really hope for the game against Chelsea this weekend, that is what we do. We stick Bowen up top. All right, because I do not want to see Antonio in that starting lineup. He has not been playing well enough. He is pretty much playing with his back, his back to goal. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to be that player who holds up the ball and brings other players into it. But his first touch keeps letting him down. And when his first touch doesn't let him down, his second touch is letting him down. So he is just not having an impact on the game enough. He is just not. So don't want to see Antonio in the team. Do we start Danny Ings? I mean, that is a genuine question now, because I feel like he probably suits Lopetegui's system a little bit more. And he did look really sharp in pre-season. And he has looked okay when he has come off the bench. So is it about time? Do we give him a run of games? Do we? I mean, I wouldn't against Chelsea, but maybe we've got a game against Ipswich coming up soon. Maybe that'll be a good opportunity to try something out. But then you've still got Nicholas Fulkrug to come back into the side, and he should be available for the Chelsea game. Do we start him? That is another question. So yeah, it was a poor performance, but hey, look, we picked up a point. We lost 5-0 there last season, and this season we didn't. Okay, we played Crystal Palace a few weeks ago, where last season we lost 5-2. This season we won 2-0. So we are seeing improved results in games that we were very poor in last season. Is that a positive? I'm not sure. There's still a long way to go. But we all knew that starting line-up against Fulham was just not good enough and it wasn't going to work. And it does worry me a little bit that Lopetegui didn't see that. He didn't see that and he decided to go with it. Obviously, there may be other things going on behind the scenes that we're not sure about. Maybe Paquetá had a little knock. Maybe he got back late from international duty and wasn't 100%, so he wanted to rest him. But then he played Antonio, who played 90 minutes in one game for Jamaica and 82 minutes in the other. And we know that he can't play football consistently like that, so it was no surprise that he put in a poor performance yet again. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was going on with that starting lineup, and hopefully it's rectified for the game at the weekend against Chelsea. I do still suspect that he will go with a similar back four. Obviously, Emerson did pick up an injury as well, so I don't know what's going to happen now. I don't know if we'll bring in Creswell or he is going to put Aaron Wan-Bissaka at left back and then bring in Sofel at right back. I would love to see Todibo in that defence, but again, I'm not sure if he will do that or if he's going to stick with Mavropanos. I really hope he doesn't. It'll probably still be Alvarez and Rodriguez in the midfield. He will start Paquetá though. I think he's already learned that mistake and won't be doing that again. It's just who is going to play up front. Please do not let it be Antonio. I really hope it isn't. But look, still long season ahead. Long season ahead, and there's still plenty of time for Lopetegui to get it right. Plenty of time for all these players to gel and to start putting in some better performances. And at the end of the day, we got a point. We didn't lose the game, so that is a positive. That is a positive. Anyway, that's it from me today. I will be back tomorrow on the West Ham Network for Alex's TikTok takeover. Thursday night as well, probably be a later one. Should be going live with a Chelsea fan for opposition chat to talk about the Chelsea game at the weekend. So, as per usual, if you've enjoyed this video, please do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Come on, you Irons.